Hi, everybody. How's your guys' Saturday going? Mine is good. It's a beautiful day here in Seattle. I think we're all kind of awaiting some kind of lockdown maybe at some point. So people are outside. Uh, some of them are staying the appropriate distance away from others, and some are not. So I guess this is how it goes. But I got some songs to play for you, and I'm going to start out with a request from Nicole. Lady Adelaide shows no emotion, colder than the wave in the Arctic Ocean. She waited all her years for those 3 words and never reached her ears. They just went unheard. Porcelain and frail, slender shoulders, a breeze or gusty gale could knock her over. She knew a handsome man. She gave her body, but he did not take her hand. Her heart broke softly. Oh. Now she's a bird with a broken wing. She likes the ideas of things more than what they're bound to bring. Lady Adelaide, and with her beauty in slow fade, she is so fearful they will say that she is a bed that's been unmade. Lady Adelaide, Adelaide. Now she's a bird with a broken wing. She likes the ideas of things more than what they're bound to bring. Lady Adelaide, and with her beauty in slow fade, she is so fearful they will say that she is a bed that's been unmade. Lady Adelaide, Adelaide. Lady Adelaide shows no emotion, colder than the wave in the Arctic Ocean. She waited all her years for those 3 words and never reached her ears. They just went unheard. That one's for my buddy Nicole. We ran a 100-mile race, the same 100-mile race in September in the Headlands out past San Francisco. And there's a particular bond that is made between ultra runners that in this case gets your request bumped right to the top. All right, I'm going to play a postal song for you here. I take a breath and pull the air until there's nothing left. I'm feeling green, like teenage lovers between the sheets. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Knuckles clenched and white as the landing gear retract for flight. My head's a balloon, inflating with the altitude. Ba 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 ba. I watch the patchwork farm slow fade to the ocean's arms, and from here they can't see me stare. The stale tapes of recycled air. I watch the patchwork farm slow fade to the ocean's arms. So calm down, release your cares. The stale tapes of recycled air. Thank you very much. I'm assuming you're all clapping in front of your phones, as one does. I've been saying this every day because I don't want anybody to be concerned. I'm sure some of you guys might be watching, have been watching the whole time. But if you haven't, I've been kind of fighting off this latent cough I've had since I was sick a couple weeks ago. I don't have a fever. There's nothing to worry about if you hear me coughing or anything like that. It's just kind of something that happens to me when I get sick. I just kind of end up with a cough for a couple of days afterwards, and this one's kind of hanging on because it's just kind of that season. It's allergy season, it's flu and corona season, and it just is what it is. So I don't want anybody to be concerned. I think in the first couple of days of doing this, there was a lot of talk and chatter in the chats and whatnot. But I assure you I'm fine. I hope you all are as well. This is going to be a very crazy couple weeks, and I don't think anybody really has an understanding of it. But we can get into that a little bit later, or not. We'll get into it a little bit later, but not right now. This is a request that goes out to a person who uses the handle Grasshoppery on Instagram. This is a song from a record called Narrow Stairs, Death Cab record that is, and I don't know. I'm glad you requested it because it's been a song that I don't play that often, but I don't think the band has played hardly at all. But it's kind of one of my favorites. So it goes like this. You look so defeated, lying there in your new twin-size bed. With a single pillow underneath your single head. I guess you decided that old queen was more space than you would need. Now it's in the alley behind your apartment with a sign that says it's free. And I hope you have more luck with, hold on. I hope you have more luck with this than me. There it is. You Used to think that someone would come along, make you feel like you'd feel in a Beach Boys song. But the other side of the mattress in Box Springs stayed like new. What's the point of holding on to what never gets used? Other than a sick desire for self-abuse. And I try not to worry, but you've got me terrified. It's like you're in some kind of hurry to say goodbye, to say goodbye, to say goodbye. You look so defeated, lying there in your new twin-size bed. I wrote that song for the album Narrow Stairs, as I said. And I've often thought that there are very few things kind of sadder. There's no shorter story. Let me try this again. There's no sadder short story than a grown man sleeping in a twin-size bed. And this image kind of crossed my mind, and I just kind of had to follow it where it led. And it led to that song. But yeah, thank you for requesting that one. It's a song. We at this point have so many tunes, and sometimes they kind of, it's like the way you'd lose a book in your library. You kind of forget you have it, and it's nice to be reminded, because I kind of go back and go, oh yeah, there's a reason we made that, put that on the record. And actually, the version, the original demo of that song sounded more like this than it does the one on the record. So, all right, I'm going to do another one, and then let's do some questions. So get your questions going in the chat. This song goes out to a woman who's been coming to our shows for a very, very long time, and I always like seeing her when she's there. Her name's Michelle, and this was a request she'd been making for the last couple of days, so I thought I'd get it in here. This is a song from the One Fast Move or I'm Gone record I made with Jay Farrar. Try this. Okay. Only interested in the sad music, the voice of will and might. She makes men sigh, and women wonder. Where is all the beauty coming from? Why? Nobody ever dares to write the true story of love. hiding under buried junkyards throughout the world. With her sad abstract letters, she talks with a broken heart. We're gonna get married and fly away. Roam the Kangaskhan Clouds. Anybody who's never done this is crazy. Nobody ever dares to write the true story of love. And the secret underground truth of desire. Never mentioned in the newspaper. The Madam Night admits the groaning godlike love. We're gonna get married and fly away. Roam the Kangaskhan Clouds someday. We're gonna get married and fly away. Roam the Kangaskhan Clouds. Anybody who's never done this is crazy. All right, let's take some questions here. What do you guys want to know? Okay. Somebody asks, what is the story behind All-Time Quarterback, and will that project ever make a return? Okay, so for those who don't know, I did a brief solo project in the late 90s called All-Time Quarterback. And the name comes from when we were kids and we would play football in the backyard and we didn't have enough players to actually play a game. In order to make it fair, someone had to be the all-time quarterback. So they had to pass for both teams so as to not show any favoritism. And I don't know. I don't think that'll ever be another. I don't think I'll ever do anything with that again. But I kind of did it at a time when a lot of us were kind of doing kind of these lo-fi side projects. It was kind of the style at the time, and that was the one that I did. Let's see here. How did the collaboration between you and Chance the Rapper happen? You know, we had met Chance about 5 years ago when we played Bonnaroo. And I don't know, we just kind of hit it off. We were kind of like, he was kind of starting to make a name for himself. I mean, he'd been making a name for himself for some time, but kind of not in a genre that I was super duper knowledgeable of. But he had, he had told us he had been a Death Cab fan for a super long time. And that was cool to hear. And we just kind of talked about maybe working on something at some point. And then, the years kind of came and went, and we kind of thought like, oh, maybe, maybe it's not going to happen. And then one day we just got a call and he was like, hey, you want to come to Chicago or work on this tune? And we did it, and it was great. He's a wonderful dude, and I love the dude. He's awesome. So was really proud to be a part of that project. Let's see here. Somebody asked me if I've ever thought of being on the YouTube series called Hot Ones. No one's asked me. I don't think I'm famous enough for it to be asked on that show. uh, what's the one song that took you the longest to write? That is a good question. Um, the song Long Division on Narrow Stairs was a song that I had written the music for, and I had written about 3 or 4 different versions of the lyrics for. And I was traveling down to San Francisco where we were recording a bunch of that record. And I took the train all the way from Seattle to San Francisco, or to Oakland, really, because I wanted this isolated time to write the lyrics. And I thought this would be the thing that would really crack it open. Well, it didn't. It actually was a very long, very arduous train ride. And I didn't get anything done. And I was very disappointed with myself. And we had the music all recorded, and it sounded so good. We were really proud of it. And it was literally in the week before we had to have the record done that I finally, the light bulb went on, and I had the lyrics for that song. And that was probably a year and a half in the making. Let's see here. Let's do 2 more. Let's see. When Heather Wright asks, when you play songs, do you think of what inspired it, like a person, a situation, a moment in time? Or since you have played them so many times, does that nostalgia wane some? I find that in order to perform a song well, I need to kind of put myself back in the headspace of the version of myself that wrote it. So, I have songs now that I wrote when I was 20 years old that we're still playing. And every night that we play a show and we're playing 25 songs that range my life from when I was 20 until I'm 43, it is a little bit of a mind fuck because, in order to kind of perform the song properly, I really need to and remember the lyrics and kind of put myself in that moment. I have to transport back to that time in my life. So, in a way, when we're playing a lot of these songs, it feels a little bit like being in a time machine. But I actually kind of like that because it makes me feel as if, time is not this kind of linear experience that we know it to be, but that it's some kind of, that we're able to kind of, reflect back and kind of reintegrate with, the earlier versions of ourselves. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, let's do one more here. Okay, where somebody asked me, do I come up with lyrics on my long runs? I really don't, because I find the time that I get out on the trails and out on long runs is a time where I can just kind of turn my brain off and not think about music. And I think as a creative person, I think creative people need a counterweight to their creative output, because I feel like, when I was younger, I spent too much of my time in my own head to the detriment of my own mental health, I think. And I find that as I've, moved into a more advanced age, I do better. I do my best work when I'm able to kind of take a break from it and come back to it and see it with relatively objective eyes. So if I write a song and I wrote the lyrics and I'm really happy with it, I'll go away. Maybe I won't listen to it for a couple of days. I'll come back. I'll put it on again. And, it's as if I'm listening to something that someone else wrote and is playing for me and asking me what I think about it. And, that's really helpful. So when I do go on long runs, I tend to just kind of zone out and listen to the forest or the mountains. And because, music is around me so much that I feel in order to maintain a relationship with it, I need to kind of get a break from it from time to time. Okay. Speaking of old songs that conjure up very strong memories, I'm going to play a song from a record called The Photo Album. This was requested by someone with the handle Old Films Flicker, which is a really great IG handle. And this is a song I wrote about Bellingham, Washington, which is where we started playing. And kind of how much I missed it at the time because it was the end of a particular era. So here it goes. Whenever I come back, the air on railroad is making the same sounds. And the shop fronts on Holly, dirty words, asterisks in for the vowels. We peer through the windows, bottoms on bar stools, but the people remain the same, with prices inflating. As if saved from the gallows, there's a bellow of buzzers, and the people stop working. And they're all so excited. Passing through unconscious states when I awoke, and I was on the highway. With your hands on my shoulders, a meaningless movement, a movie script ending, and the patrons are leaving. Passing through unconscious states when I awoke, and I was on the highway. Hold on, I'm gonna pick back up. I get some voices dry. Let's pick it up. Now we all know the words were true in the sappiest songs. Yes, I'll put them to bed, but they won't sleep, shuffling the sheets to toss and turn. You can't begin to get it back. Passing through unconscious states when I awoke, and I was on the onset of a later stage. The headlights are beacons on the highway. Oh, my voice is so dry. All righty here. Let's see what's next. Oh yeah, I want to remind you guys. Tomorrow, I'll be doing an all request set. I should say, let me rephrase that. It's an all cover set. And I got a lot of really good suggestions so far. If you have any, please get them in before tonight, because I want to make sure I learn them properly. I don't want to be on the fly with some of the stuff. I want to make sure I do a good job for you guys. So on that note, yeah, I'm going to play a song from our most recent record. A couple of you guys asked for it. So hopefully my dried out voice will make it. We'll see. Heaven is a hole in the sky. Stars are cracks in the ceiling of night. And I just keep watching them for a sign that you'll be alright. 'Cause every time there's a knock on my door, I fall to my hands and knees on the floor. 'Cause when your wreckage washes up on my shore, you're not like before. When you try to explain who's at fault for your mistakes, but I won't be the debris in your hurricane. You used to be such a delicate kid, a lonely fish in a sea full of squid. So I can't blame you for leaving how you did. You just fell off the grid. 'Cause heaven is a hole in the sky. The stars are cracks in the ceiling of night. But you can't be alone out and by, as hard as you try. It's a tired refrain you're singing over and over again, as you try to explain who's at fault for your mistakes. But I won't be the debris in your hurricane. No, I won't be the debris in your hurricane. No, I won't be the debris in your hurricane. All right, I only got one piano tune prepared for you today, but some of you guys have been asking for it. This one goes out to, I hope I'm saying this right, Eileen Cooper. Eileen? Burn it down till the embers smoke on the ground. Start new when your heart is an empty room. Walls of the deepest blue. Home's face, how it ages when you're away. Spring blooms and you find a love that's true, but you don't know now to do, 'cause the chase is all you know. She stopped running months ago, and all you see is where else you could be when you're at home. And out on the street, possibilities to not be alone. Flames in the smoke climbed out of every window and disappeared with everything that you held dear, but you shed not a single tear for the things that you didn't heed, 'cause you knew you were finally free. And all you see is where else you could be when you're at home. And out on the street, so many possibilities to not be alone. And all you see is where else you could be when you're at home. And out on the street are so many possibilities to not be alone. Oh. Let's get you guys back over here. Everybody doing all right? You guys doing okay? A lot of good cover suggestions popping off over here. Man, I'm really, really excited about tomorrow, I gotta say. Okay, so I'm gonna play a couple more for you. The organization we were trying to kind of raise awareness for today is a group called Bloodworks Northwest. This is their handle. They are based here in Seattle, if you live in the Seattle area. Some of you may or may not be aware, but hospitals everywhere, but certainly here in Seattle, are in dire need of blood. And donating blood in this particular climate might sound very scary, but I can assure you that the people at Bloodworks have created an environment that is incredibly safe. They are no longer doing drop-ins. You have to make an appointment. They are sanitizing everything like crazy. And I know that they would be very, very appreciative if any of you were able to drop by and donate a wee bit of blood. And I'm sure that goes for pretty much everywhere that you guys might be right now. So if you are in the area and you're able to, and you feel comfortable, of course, donating blood right now is very much needed. So on that note, let's do two more here. This one goes out. This one goes out to my friends Dakota and Paige. They've been asking for it for the last little while, so I wanted to hit them with this one. Every scream went bleeding through this paper wall. And all the makeup in the world couldn't hide the scars. I leave today, I'm packing light, a suitcase, some toiletries, the rolling hills and willow trees of Carolina wait for me. You never learned the rules have changed since we were 9. This isn't school, boys don't assault the girls they like. The taste of blood, the claim of love, these two will hear on cease to be. Sprouting from your fists and tongue, 'cause Carolina waits for me. Fields of grain go whipping by from the window seat. I'm drifting in, I'm drifting out, catching up on sleep. I couldn't get indentures since the very crest of 17. I left my keys and broken dreams, 'cause Carolina waits for me. And I will never forgive a single day. My own markers seem to call my name and say, you're safer now through every town. We'll light your way in reflective green. All the way, the entire state of Carolina waits for me. All right, folks. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys coming here every day and listening to me play songs. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's definitely doing wonders for my my mental health as well. Well, I should say I hope that it's doing wonders for your mental health as it is mine. You know, before we play this last song, on a serious note, these next few weeks are going to be very, very, very crazy. And I think without trying to bring it too far down, I think we should all be acutely aware of how incredibly safe we need to be with ourselves and our loved ones over the next couple of weeks, because we are basically 2 weeks behind where Italy was. And there is a very real possibility that we could find ourselves in a situation where our medical personnel are completely overrun. And so I urge you to just not leave your house if you don't have to. If you need to get out for a run or a walk, by all means do it, as long as you live in a place that's allowed. But please, please, please do not congregate with people. Please stay out of large groups. This is so fucking important right now. And I don't want to sound like your dad, but you know, I have it on good authority from some friends of mine who are ER doctors that things are getting very bad, and they're going to get worse. And the one way that we can kind of help them at this point is to just steal ourselves away and just stay home. So while that is a sobering note to end on, I do believe it's an important one. And tomorrow we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna play some covers, and I'm probably gonna stumble a lot, but I'm gonna do my best. So I hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. I'll play this last one. I've been kind of avoiding playing this because waiting a little bit later in the week, because it's a song we play very often, and I'm kind of enjoying some of your requests that are kind of a little more deep. But I'll play this one for you now, and I think you guys probably all know it. It goes like this. Love of mine, someday you will die. I'll be close behind. I'll follow you into the dark. No blinding lights or tunnels to gates of white. Just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. In Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule, I got my knuckles bruised by a lady in black. I held my tongue as she told me, son, fear is the heart of love. So I never went back. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. You and me have seen everything to see, from Bangkok to Calgary. And the soles of your shoes are all worn down. The time for sleep is now, but it's nothing to cry about, 'cause we'll hold each other soon in the blackest of rooms. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. And I'll follow you to the dark. All right, guys, be safe. We'll see you guys tomorrow.